Okay, I gotta start the live stream, so. Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Etiska Tutorials, and this is the C# shooter live stream continued. So you can see in the background, why don't I just, I'll just give the game a run so that you guys can see where we are at currently. So this is the game that was made in the previous C# shooter live stream. It was a 4-hour long live stream. All of this artwork came from the audience that was watching the live stream, so that was really cool. And everything in this game was made in C#, and at the time of coding this game originally, I didn't know any C#, so that's why it was the Learning C# live stream. So just to catch you guys up in case you weren't here last time, that is what's going on. So we will be continuing this game today, and also learn C# for Ouya. Yes, I have actually been using C# for the controls for Ouya. That's funny, the music made your dog jump. The input manager is in C#. Yeah, that's why I was using C#. But anyways, speaking of C#, let's start working on C# shooter. So let's go to our scripts. And actually, I don't know what I want to do first. What's like the first thing that this game could use? Because right now there's one weapon, there's one enemy. That's it. So, how long do you think this live stream will be? I'm gonna say 3 hours. I think 2 to 3 hours. Points. Oh yeah, score system. That's a good idea. So, anyways, we keep on going back and forth between talking about C# shooter and Ouya. But they're related because we're talking about C# or C# within Ouya and C# shooter. So, oh, and a death animation. That's a good idea. Okay, death animation. Well, I guess we should create a prefab. So I'm just going to zoom into the player. Game object, create empty. Whoops, stupid thing. I'm going to call this explosion. And let's add, what's it under? Effects, legacy particles, ellipsoid particle emitter. And yes, I know I probably should be using the shuriken particle emitter, but I don't really like the shuriken particle emitter yet. I don't know. I'm sure it works, but last time I used it, it just didn't work. So that's what turned me off from using it. Speed, damage, power-ups. Oh, I see what you're saying. Speed and damage power-ups. That's a good idea. Yes. Let's do that. But let's make an explosion first because that's what I started working on. So we're going to make this a one-shot. We're going to make our ellipsoid smaller. Let's make it 0.2. Yeah, that's good. Nah, a little bigger. We'll make it 0.4 on the X and 0.4 on the Z. Yeah. All right. And then energy. We want to set the energy to 1.5. Actually, let's set it to 0.5 and 1.5. Because that's the number of seconds that the particle lasts for. I don't know why they call it energy. Why don't they just call it like life duration or particle life duration? Well, I guess that's whatever. I won't question it. Oh, shields. Yeah, like shields, damage, speed. Hello, real entropy. You should be sorry that you're late. You're like 7 minutes late. You missed so much. No, you really didn't miss anything. I've never seen someone do a good GUI yet, but they always use Unity GUI instead of something like Easy GUI. Well, the best GUI that I've ever done personally is in Robot Zombies. That's all the Unity's GUI. Um, I've never been too keen on using like stuff like NGUI and EasyGUI. Like, I don't know. Just me personally. I like having my own HUD and coding it all myself and making sure that all of the code and equations are exactly what I want. So I don't know, but that's just kind of like a little personal preference. But you know, I'm also I have a very programming personality. So if you're like an artist, something like NGUI or EasyGUI would be much better suited for you because then you don't have to think at all about code. You can just be artistic and just create what you want, what you're visualizing instead of worrying about the technical side of it. Check out this GUI. All right. Sorry, we couldn't find that. Oh, darn. Oh, well. Unity GUI creates too many draw calls. Uh, I, yeah, I believe that it only creates one draw call per thing. Like if you have like a life bar and a button and a text field or something. I think that would be 3 draw calls. So I think in Unity 4 they've optimized it. Um, I'd have to double check that to make sure, but I think I remember reading that they made it faster. Actually, no, I will. I'll move that window over so you can see the tskitutorials.com. Encourage some random people to go to my website. Oh, wait. Ah, yes, I remember seeing this. Is that all on the GUI? Your main menu? But yeah, I really like the texture of this main menu. Alright, focus. Alright, so I need random velocity. I think I want more. Random velocity 10, 10, 10. And then, check it out. We're going to damp it. Let's see. I think I got to set it to 0.01. Yeah. Damp it and size grow. More size grow. I want bigger. I should have the size grow be, I don't know, 1.5. A little more. Let's go all the way up to 3. And we'll just make it like all smoke. And then, how do I make it rotate? So, wait, I need to start it off with a random rotation. And random angular velocity, 180. All right, and now, let's see, it says, yeah, all right. Materials and textures. Okay, so let's create a material, and let's call it, we'll just call it dye particle. And let's choose, I love having a selection of artwork here. Let's choose what we're going to use. Is this all my artwork? I just want to double check I'm pretty sure this is all of it. Yeah, this is the folder that I was throwing everything in. Well, this is, oh wait, no, aren't these also explosions? Preview. Oh no, that's a little alien dude. Oh, he looks so cool once you zoom in. I should use that guy somewhere. Hello, Victorfa. How's it going? You didn't like it growing? Well, we'll see. Once we add, once I'll add that one. All right. Once I add this, you'll see. It'll look cool. So let's rename this. We'll just name it explode. And we'll put it inside of the die particle. Actually, you know what? I should rename it die particle so that they're right next to each other. And then, what shader should we use? Let's just, oh, okay. It is already transparent. But let's make it a particle. Nope. Don't want to do that. What happens if I just do additive? I think additive is what I want. And if I just drag and drop that on top of explosion. Explosion! Alright. Min size, max size. 0.8. Bam! Alright, come on, it could use a little bit more. But it's getting there, right? What did I just tell your mom that you're watching porn? Your mom doesn't like you watching me? Tell your mom to get in here and I will talk to her. Tell her that you are learning. Like, seriously, you actually are learning a lot by doing this. Like, this is probably like one of the best hobbies that you can have. If you're, and besides, 8 o'clock? Come on, that's so early. I used to always go to bed at like 11 when I had to get up at like 7. That's right, the workbench guy's mom. Let him learn game development and programming. He's watching somebody on the internet program in C#. It's very educational and good for your brain. Yeah, don't you love how that Apple remote is just can't sync with any single computer and is just universally every single Apple product in the world it affects? Also, another thing I don't get about Apple computers, I don't know if they do it anymore, but I know that they used to. They used to always put a magnet on the side of the computer. Why would you put a magnet inside of the casing of expensive computer hardware? That doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. I guess I have an iMac and it hasn't died yet and it has a magnet in it, so hello, Kev's friends. How's it going? All right. Let's add to this explosion. Like, let's add like a secondary particle. So let's duplicate that. Let's just make it a child of that. Like explosion, and we'll rename this sub explosion. Enter. Now we'll affect this one. So what is the next thing that we can use? This is pretty cool looking. Do I want to use that in an explosion? And what's this? Let's view this one full. An alien spaceship. So that would not make sense in an explosion. But I will probably end up using that. Here we go. We'll use that. I thought it was an asteroid, but it actually looks more like a little explodey thingy. Okay. So drag and drop that into here. Let's rename it diparticle 2. And let's duplicate this and rename it diparticle 2. Is that the same image, just a different color? I can't tell. Oh well. That looks pretty cool. I wonder, do I want these to be one-shots? What do they look like if they're not one-shots? Like, if the game just started doing that as you die. Do I like that? Yeah, I think that is what we will do. So, let's create a prefab. I have a folder called prefabs. Okay, create prefab player die explosion. Explosion is spelled with an S, not a T. Explosion. And now, actually, do I want to do it like that? Or do I want to... You telling me I don't like it? Stop getting in my head. I do kind of like it. I think it could use a little bit something more. I think I do want it to be a one-shot. Yeah, I want it to be a one-shot. Let's make it a one-shot. Alright, and let's make this one a little bit differenter. Like, what can we do to make this a little different? The random velocity, let's set it to 5. Yeah, there we go. Now I like it. That's a pretty decent looking explosion. Alright, and let's hit apply to make sure we save those changes. Alright. And now we can just delete it. And now let's create some code. And let's actually create a new script down here. Create C# script, and let's call this wait to die script. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on here. Because they don't auto-destruct. And they're one-shots, so it'll just stay there. So I'm just going to make this script have a timer on it. And public float timer equal, we'll have it by default equal 3. Oh, I need to do F3, right? Am I doing that right? What the stupid? I'm not clicking, it's just stuck. Hello, Nullgobs. 3F. Oh, the F comes afterwards. Thank you. I knew I had to do a F somewhere when it comes to a float. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Good job. I have never used Boo. I don't even know anybody that uses Boo. Boo is such a mystery to me. I'm sure there's like one person out there that's like an expert on Boo. You can make those textures fly past seem more 3D than flat. I'm like just having a 2D plane. This looks kind of odd. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because when you see the let's pull up that 3D explosion one more time. Woo! So, yeah, you can see when I full screen it, you can see it cut through the ground. So that's the part that's looking weird. How could I fix that? I could always create a secondary camera. Let's try it. Why not? Let's create a secondary camera. So main camera, let's just duplicate it. And let's have this one not have a tag of main camera, even though I don't think that'll affect anything. And then let's, I gotta create a layer. Add layer. Layer, I don't know, let's call it explosion. And let's go here. Layer, explosion. Change children. Apply. And then we'll go to the main camera. Wait, no. Here's the main camera. Call this explosion camera. And let's make it have a, let's see. So we want to set this to 0. And we want to set the clear flags to don't clear and calling mask to just explosion. Oh, they're still cutting through. Oh, I know why. It's because on the main camera, I didn't turn off explosion. And now, they're still cutting through. So I guess that just didn't work. Do particles just not behave the same way as regular renderers? Okay. Yes. Let's compare C# Shooter to Battlefield 3. That's a fair comparison. You know, I think they are fancy, but I think Unity is capable. You could do that with the legacy particle renderer. Well, maybe not. To some degree you could. You can create stuff that looks similar to this. But I just want to figure out why they're cutting through the floor. I didn't want them to be. Maybe this needs to be a depth of -2. And then I think I just won't see it at all. Yep, I was right. Can't see it at all. So let's change it to 0. Whoops. No, I changed the main camera to 0. This needs to be -1. And this one needs to be 0. Now, why are they cutting through the floor? I wanted it to not cut through the floor. Does that have something to do with the particle render? Huh. Darn. I don't know. Well, I guess I can always just move it up. But then it doesn't explode on the player. Well, let's move it back onto the player. But let's set the random velocity. Well, I gotta select both of them because I want to edit them both at the same time. I'll do them individually. Okay. Then world velocity. We'll just set that to 5. Do the same thing down here. Set that to 0. Set that to 3. Alright, well. It's not exactly fancy, but it's better than it was before. Ooh. I was just saying that those battlefield effects are kind of achievable. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend a moment to show you guys a little something. You know that, let me go, where'd that battlefield video go? Ooh. Okay. Like, let me find a better example. Okay. Here. All right, you see how you get those like trails of like explosions there? Like first of all, the debris, that is just regular particles. But the explosion trails there, I can show you how to create. Those like kind of like smoke trails. So what I need to do is create game object, create empty. We'll call this explosion trail. Let's add. I guess I gotta create a new script for this guy, don't I? Yeah, I do. All right, go to my scripts. Create C# script. Explosion trail. Oops. Script. And this will be a simple script. It's just simply rigid body dot add force. Vector 3. Can I just do I need to put it inside of a vector 3, or can I just give it I'm going to try just giving it 3 floats and see if that works. So random dot range -4 and 4. Random dot range 0, 5, and let's just copy and paste the X and put that on the Z. And let's see, am I going to get any errors? Yeah, no errors. Explosion, not explosion train, explosion trail. Explosion trail. All right. And so we got that. Now we need to add physics, rigid body, and you would think that you should put like a collider or something on here, but I'm not even going to bother. Now let's add effects. Particle system. No, I don't want the shuriken. I don't feel like learning the shuriken right now. Let's go to the legacy, ellipsoid, effects, legacy, animator, effects, legacy, render. And let's add let's do dye particle 2. Alright. Now I'm going to make the sizes like a minimum of 0.3, maximum of 0.8. Min energy. We actually want these to be pretty low. 0.2 and 1. Alright, and we want the ellipsoid to be smaller. Perfect. And now, if I move it around, it needs more. And let's set these to like, and damp it. I'm gonna damp it more. Just trying to create like a trail. Let's set this to 150 and 250. Oh, not 25, 250. Yeah. There we go. That is what I wanted. And let's set the colors to all, like, we'll first start it off at black. Then we'll set it to like a gray. And then, I don't know, brownish. And then back to gray. And then black. But of course, because it is a white particle, those colors did nothing. Oh well, not that big of a deal. So let's make that a child of this. Set that position to 0, 0, 0. And now let's just duplicate it a bunch of times. And then hit apply. And now, actually I will keep that there. Now when I play the game, wait, why did it do that? It's because I have it selected. Okay. I guess these particles actually do need to auto-destruct. So that means that I should actually get rid of this script. And I'll just put that script somewhere else. So let's hit apply. Apply that. Okay, we're all applied. Now let's play it and see what happens. Okay. Actually, you know what? I will just create a public float force, whatever, public float force equal 3F, and we will just multiply all these by force. Now let's see how that goes. Not yet the effect I'm looking for. So let's set force to, let's go crazy. Let's set it to 15. Let's set it even crazier. Let's set it to, or let's just set their mass to 0.2. There. You guys saw that? Let's try that with a little bit more force. Let's try 30. There we go. 30 is too much. Let's set it to 20. And let's also add some more. There we go. Alright. I just want to check my stats when I run this to make sure I'm not... Okay, I'm in VSync mode, so I gotta change that. Quality settings. Do not VSync. All you're doing is limiting my frame rate. Alright, that's not too bad. Okay, it like cuts the performance in half, but oh well. Wait, if you put a shader similar to the default 3D text shader... Oh, am I not looking at... I'm not looking at the comments in real time. Sorry about that. Chat is working. I was just scrolled up, that's why. Does it need to interact with the physics engine? It doesn't need to. I could definitely potentially just code something to emulate the physics engine, but I was just lazy and decided to use the physics engine. Yeah, suck that, Battlefield 3. My explosion's way better than Battlefield 3. Alright. So that is what we will do when the player dies. So let's apply that. And since it's all set to auto-destruct, we're going to need to create a new prefab. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create a prefab, and let's just call this die timer. And let's create an empty game object. I don't even need to rename it, but let's add new, nope, back. I don't want a new script. I want a pre-existing script. Wait to die scripts. And let's just drag and drop that on the die timer. And let's just delete this game object because we don't need it anymore. And there probably is a better way to do this, but oh well. Now let's see what the code is when we die. Very simple. So let's just Control X, wait to die script, Control V. I'll update that in a second, but we'll do, we need public game object, and we'll call this death particle public game object die timer. And instantiate a death particle transform dot position. Oops. transform dot rotation. And let's duplicate that. And instead of death particle, we'll just do die timer. And then we'll destroy self. And now let's go back to our wait to die script. And let's do timer minus equal. Oh yeah, one. Forgot. I gotta make it big enough for you guys to read. Have you made the ship sway? Oh yeah, forgot about that. I'll do that next. I remember, didn't you say that in a YouTube comment? And I really liked the idea. Something like that. But anyways, timer minus equal time. Whoops. Time dot delta time. That's it. Okay. And now I need an if statements. If timer is smaller than or equal to 0, then load the next level. So let's go to our prefabs, player die explosion, and die timer, and let's test it out. Oh yeah, forgot. Gotta get that out of there. Do you need to buy an Android Unity license to make Wii games? Yes. Oh, bam. Nice. It worked. And I need to go to the explosion camera and remove. Whoop. First of all, remove the music. I don't need the music playing twice. And remove the audio listener because I only need one audio listener. I don't need a flare layer. Yeah, it is the best music ever. Are you the one that made the music? Yeah, the Android license is $400. Who made the music? I should have like wrote down who made everything. But I guess actually, you know what? We have there's a 4-hour video in which you can find out who sent me what. So if for those people that it really matters to and they want to know exactly who made what, they can watch the 4-hour video. But I don't have that kind of time. Next cool game after Robot Zombies and Prototype Recoil. Are you saying what am I going to make after those two? No clue. I don't know yet. But yeah, the Unity Android license is $400, but I do have a whatchamacallit, I have a license from 3.5 when they're giving away free license keys. So I'm hoping, I've heard somewhere that you can upgrade that license to the Unity 4 Android license for $100. So I'm really hoping that's the case because that would save me $300. So if not, again, I have to fork up some cash. Wait, you should have a button in the game that says who made what? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just a credits. Yeah, I guess I should. but that'd be time consuming. Mainly just figuring out the names of everybody who sent me things. That would be the time consuming part because I'd have to watch a 4-hour video and pay attention to it, which I don't really want to do. I have not yet pre-ordered the Ouya, but I'm going to soon. So much for the Ouya being free to develop for. It is free to develop for the Ouya, but Unity isn't free to develop for Android. So it's still free to develop for. If you want to code everything from scratch, it's totally, well, I mean, you got to buy the Ouya, but besides that, it's free. Yeah, exactly what Stubby Mato says. Um, Actually, I don't know if they have an SDK that isn't Unity. I know that they don't have like a fully fledged SDK like yeah, like you would need to use like yeah. Like it's not like there's like another Unity equivalent program that's out there. Like you're going to have to jump up to some advanced languages like what Stubby My Toe says, like with OpenGL, OpenAL, C, C++. I don't personally know which ones would work, but apparently Stubby My Toe knows. So an SDK, Software Development Kit, is what SDK stands for. Also, like you see like letter SK, or I mean letter DK, like ODK, UDK. Like ODK is the Ouya development kit. The UDK is the Unreal development kit. I'm trying to think if there's any other DKs. I don't know. A 15-year-old can get a job. I'm sure a 15-year-old could. I don't. Oh, the Cry engine. Can the Cry engine go to Ouya? Yeah, well, I guess the Cry engine is an SDK. Maybe that's what you're saying. Dogs. Dogs. Hey. They're not listening to me. I hate those dumb little mutts. Funny. God, shut up. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to talk to the people on the live stream, you dumb dogs. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look, you're on the live stream. Yes. Would this be distracting to you guys if I just had a dog on my head? Alright, I'm gonna code like this from now on, guys. You actually seem like you're kind of comfortable up there. Oh, no, now you're trying to get down. Hey, doggy. Aww. So, funny story about these dogs is that I'm actually babysitting them, and... Oh, okay, go away. I'm actually babysitting them, and I have a dog. That dog wasn't mine. That's the one I'm babysitting. And my dog doesn't like these little dogs, and it's pretty funny. He's like, at first he would just ignore the dogs, but after a while he started like whenever one of the other dogs comes up to me and tries to get attention, my dog will growl at those dogs. And part of me is like, you know, I want to be like, Dimitri, no, be nice to the other dogs. But then the other part of me is like, oh, you love me. So, what does that say about my confidence levels when my dog can raise my confidence levels? I'm not sure what Who to the best? Who? What question is he answering? I haven't thought about doing the CryEngine. Um, it's just something I'm not interested in. I'm much more interested in gameplay. And to really take use of engines like the CryEngine and the Unreal Engine, well, the Unreal Engine, not so much anymore. I mean, Unity, like if you get Unity 4 Pro, I think Unity 4 Pro is totally on par with the Unreal Engine graphics wise. Because what it really comes down to is like when people go like, which engine is the best graphics? I mean, they have slightly different rendering techniques. They have different amounts of performance optimization. They might come pre-installed with different visual effects. But when it really comes down to it, how good your game looks depends on how good the artwork is that you put in your game. It really doesn't matter what engine you're in. So I prefer Unity because I like programming in Unity and I like creating gameplay in Unity. And I know that the artwork that I put in Unity isn't going to look any better if I put it inside of, say, Unreal or CryEngine 4. Like, they're going to be the same piece of art. It's just in a different engine. They might be rendered slightly differently, but that amount of difference isn't worth it to me. I'd much rather be a part of the Unity community because the Unity community is a really good community. And there's lots of support, and everyone's really friendly and always helping each other. Um, and I just like the engine. So, oh, selling a game that you made, Kuda. Oh, okay. Uh, I would just give your game away to your friends. I mean, it's like in the long run, I think it's like at this point, plus like they're your friends. Um, but I thought you were talking about like selling your used games, which I was gonna say, don't do it. It's not worth it. Because I used to sell so many games to GameStop, and now I regret it because I wish I had those old retro games. So you're basically giving away memories. How much time did it take you to get accustomed to Unity 3D? I've been using Unity 3D for, I think, 3 years. That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 years. Yeah. Paul 6, definitely I agree with you. It doesn't matter what engine you use, it matters what game you make. Wait, how do I do Ouya Unity without $400? There must be a way. No, there simply is not. Um, yeah, no, don't crack the license because you're gonna submit it to Ouya, and there's a chance you'll still get on the Ouya, but then they'll later find you and you'll get sued and get into a whole bunch of legal trouble. Just don't do it. Just either fork up the $400 or don't do it, or find a different engine, um, like the Unreal Engine if you want to learn the Unreal Engine. But if you're required to use Unity, I mean not required to use Unity, but if you're like set on using Unity, you don't want to use any other engine, and you're set on going on the Ouya, you gotta buy Unity Android. There's simply no other way around it. Let's not discuss piracy. Actually, I don't mind the discussion of piracy, but it tends to be a downward slope. Yeah, Game Maker is very user friendly. I used to use it. Um, Game Maker doesn't have the same capabilities as something like Unity because it's, well, I guess you can do 3D games in it, and of course I'm thinking of Game Maker from like 5 years ago. So it definitely could have improved a lot since then. But back in the day, 5 years ago, it was strictly a 2D engine. Like it could do 3D, but the 3D that it could do was nothing compared to what Unity just does. So, um, yeah. Wait, no engine but Unity does Ouya right now? I'm pretty sure the Unreal Engine does. I could have sworn. Oh, student discount? Sweet. I wish I was a student. What is the student discount? I'll just check it out just to. Unity Pro? Oh, I think I have seen this. Yeah, really, really cheap prices here. But I think the. Isn't there like some sort of catch? Like robot game design. What's this? I could just win this competition and be like, I have a robot game. What? The grand prize is $500? When? When is it? I'm just going to submit my game. Closes March 31st. Only 21 submissions. Submissions are closed. Ah! What? What does it mean submissions are closed? It lets you renew the trial. Well, the thing about the Unity Pro trial is that it gives you a little message at the bottom of your screen that says trial version. So maybe that's why it lets you. I don't know. Is this competition still open? It looks like it's closed. And where do you go to enter it? Because I want a chance at $500. That could really help me out. That would like pay for all of my Ouya stuff. Ah, son of a. You must be a student and able to prove your status. Come on. That sucks. I'm just being punished for teaching myself. Just because I taught myself everything that I know? That's dumb. I hate that. Why do you have to be a student? Screw that. Oh, contest deadline 2012. Okay. I didn't read that part, so I totally missed that. Even if it was recent, I wouldn't be able to get in because I'm not a student. Because I taught myself everything that I know. I mean, I did take some classes, but they didn't really teach me much. Would a 15-year-old kickstarting a game be plausible, just enough to pay for Android and Unity? Probably not. Um, I mean, unless you showed like some real exceptional um stuff. Like the thing about Kickstarter is that everybody is aware that there's Kickstarter scams going on, and people on Kickstarter hate people who just try to get free money. Um, so you got to be able to show people that they will get a game. I think that's what it really comes down to. I think Kickstarter should be used more as a pre-ordering service than necessarily just a free money service. Because if you go with the idea of it's a pre-ordering service, then people know that they're going to get something for their money, so they'll be much more inclined to give that money. And then they also know that if they give more money, there's a chance that they'll get a better product. But they got to be able to see that they're going to get something. So it has to be something very promising. It has to be something that they want. Otherwise, your Kickstarter is pretty much destined to fail. I don't think it matters what age you are. Well, I think you would need a parent or guardian to set it up financially for you. Like, it'd have to be under their name. But like, you can like pretty much hide your age. Like, you could demonstrate your game and you can show it off, and you don't have to reveal your age. Or you could reveal your age and people would be like, dang, this 15-year-old is really good at making games, and I really want to buy this game that he's about to make, and he needs the money to get it on Ouya. But I mean, you have to show that promise. So that's what it really comes down to. Do you need to be a company to be on Kickstarter? I don't think so, but I don't know that for sure. Like, you might need like a DBA or something. Sweet blacksmith. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Just start. Just start. Come up with something simple and just do it. It yeah, it's not like, if you're thinking about designing a game, just get in there and do it. Download Unity and start looking up tutorials and come up with something small and simple and just keep working your way up. 1 hour late again. Don't worry, this is going to be a long live stream, especially because I'm just sitting here talking to the chat and just not doing anything on the game. So this is going to be interesting to see on YouTube. Oh, well, maybe it'll be entertaining. I mean, if people want to watch this live, then maybe people will watch it not live too. So who knows? One person told me that they watched the entire live stream not live. Like, they watched the entire 4 hours on YouTube, and I was so impressed. I was like, I wouldn't even do that. Like, if I weren't me, I wouldn't have watched myself for 4 hours, even if it was live. So you got to give that guy credit. Should I take Java when I get to high school? Java isn't really the same as Unity JavaScript. Plus, it depends on your high school, and it depends on your teacher. I took a programming class in high school where we went over Visual Basic. Stupidest class of my life. Like, that guy was an idiot. And look at where I am today. But yeah, like, back then I was pretty new to programming, and I took that class because I wanted to do programming and I wanted to make games, and I was totally set and ready and motivated, and I was joining the class for the right reasons. And yeah, and then that class sucked. It was terrible. I didn't learn anything, and he went so slow, and I was forced to I was forced to not move ahead. That's how stupid this teacher was. And he would make us do all these like assignments that were just a complete waste of time and so stupid. There was no creativity whatsoever. Like, you had to follow the assignment exactly, and like, there's all of these like little things you had to make sure that you did exactly, otherwise you'd be marked down, even though those things didn't matter at all. And it was the stupidest class ever. And I mean, the thing that I always say is that the only thing I ever got for making a game in high school was a detention. So that was my high school experience. 49 viewers? Mine says 40. Is it actually 49? I mean 39? Either way, it's cool. I really like that many people are watching this. That's really cool. How do you live? You mean how do I make a living? Sort of. Oh, 39, right. Okay. We never had computers when I was in high school. Well, the computers that were in my high school. It was funny. All my friends used to try to hack them all the time. Like it was funny. They would like. There's this one friend of mine. I was listening to him like rant on. He was reading the school rules about things that you couldn't do on the computers, and he was like saying like things that you weren't allowed to do on the computers to hack them. And they're saying like I didn't understand it at the time, and I don't remember what he was saying, but they're like you can't alter the IP address or something, and they like described one technique, and he's like alter the IP address. I just went around to the backs. I don't know. He just like did this like huge complicated thing, and he's like technically that's not against the rules. I can still hack the computer, and it's not against the rules. Windows XP or 95. Dang. Well, as long as they have a word processing and an internet service. HTML5 or HTML pages in Notepad. I remember I did that once. It wasn't very good, but you can definitely do that. Windows 95, dang. That's old. Yeah. Since when are school PCs any good at all? But you know what? I remember my friends hacked the school laptops and ran an emulation of Pod Racer 64 on those computers, and it ran really well too, which really surprised me. I didn't think those computers could run anything, but it could run Pod Racer 64. Your computer has Macs? Dang. Huh. You played Halo on a school computer? All right. I better start getting back to working on this game. Let's add swaying, like Legend JS said. Let's make the sway. So that's in the player movement script. All right, I will make it based on X position. So, we'll make it. Where's my cursor? Private float last X pose, and we'll just put it down here. Last X pose equal transform dot position dot X. All right. Oh, I need to make this line above here. Okay. Oh, and now I need a public float sway multiplier. And we'll have it by default be actually I just thought of something. Won't the frame rate like wait, you have to say last X position equal new vector 3. Why would I have to do that? Because last X position is a float. Let's have it by default be 3. And I guess I should put like a smooth damp function in here. Shouldn't I? Yes, I should. That will make it good. Okay. Private float sway. We'll just call it sway v. And let's create a public float sway damp time equal 0.5, no, 0.3. Do I need to put an F if I have a point there? I don't think I do, right? I'm going to assume that I don't. So, oh, and now I need another private float current z rotation. And now we will do current z rot plus equal transform dot position dot x minus last x pose. Yes, that is what I want to do. And now current z rot equal mathf dot smooth damp current z rot 0 what did I call it? Sway v and sway damp time. Oop. And then transform dot rotation dot, can I do that? I guess I can. Equal current z rot. Aw. Oh. I guess I do need that F in there. Oh, no, I need an F in here too. Oops. Will that get rid of my errors? The best overload method match float ref float has some invalid arguments. What are you talking about? There's a lot of interesting things going on in this chat while I've been looking away, haven't there? Oh. You can't modify position.x directly? Really? So, try putting ref. Do I just, right here? Like that? I don't think I did that right. I'm getting an underscore red line. Ref, like that, maybe? No. Ref sway. Oh. It needs to be here? Oh, because it says that it needs to be a ref float. Nope, that still didn't work. A new quaternion Euler. Okay. Equal new quaternion dot How do you spell Euler? Euler 0, 0, current 0. Now what does it mean? So what are you talking about? What's all right? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Thank you. Did I still spell it wrong? No, I got it spelled right. Maybe it doesn't need to be new. Does it? I don't know. I don't care that enemy track fire speed is not used yet. Okay, well, I need this to be 180. And let's go to our player and let's set the sway multiplier. Let's just set it to 150 just to make sure it's working. And it's not. Sway damp time, I don't know, 5. Alright. Oh. New vector 3. Let's try that. Doesn't look like it's working. I'm trying to make the ship sway. That music gets repetitive too fast. Well, I still like it. Alright, see you later, the workbench guy. Mute the music. Alright, for now I'll mute it. I'll put it back in the final game. But for the sake of the live stream and turning it on and off, I'll turn it back on later. But alright, let's figure out what I'm doing wrong. You know, maybe it has something to do with this. Let's put it inside of late updates. And let's just see if that works. Oh, it's still not working. Seriously, why is it not working? Oh, did I not? I didn't add the sway multiplier. That's why. Alright, now let's see. Okay. Let's adjust those variables so that it actually looks good. Okay, it's getting there. Except the wings are cutting through the plane right now. Here we go. I can move the spaceship model up. That way the actual game object is still at Y. Is it Y0? Well, it's close to Y0. Do a barrel roll. Actually, if I just set this to what, 360? I think it will just do a barrel roll. Whee! I actually don't know why the game, like, or why it, like, stops. But whatever, it's fine. But let's change it back to, like, 45. I think 45 looked pretty good. Zoom, zoom. Oh, it makes the bullets sway too. That's cool. Alright. I kind of want to kill myself again just to see that explosion. Explode! Okay. Thank you, Squared 55. It was inspired by a Battlefield 3 explosion. Need sound effects and bullet limits. Like how many bullets per second you can shoot. Yeah, it gets very, very tiring to press it really, really quickly. I think I'll make it so that it make the ships explode. Oh yeah. I should come up with I'll take the other explosion particle system and duplicate it and modify it. Don't be subtle about the player screwing up. I made well, yeah, well, the artwork came from the audience, but besides that, I did make everything, yes. The ship should spin in a 360. Maybe. I guess it doesn't matter. Please need health script. The thing about a health script, alright, there's no just one health script. What exactly do you need? You need the HUD to display your health? Do you need a dying animation? Do you just need to make it so that when enemy bullets hit you, it depletes your health? Because, I mean, if you want a health script, you could just do var health float equal 100, and that's your health script. Good evening, Difficulty Studios. Ooh, that's a good idea. Actually, yeah, I can easily... Actually, let's... Whoops. And let's just divide it by 3. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. It might sway the wrong way. Oh no, it sways the right way. Sweet. But let's not divide it by 3. Let's divide it by 2. I said play. There we go. That's pretty cool. That was a good idea. It doesn't, you know, make a giant difference, but it's like a subtle... Oh, it'll actually change the way that the bullets spawn, won't it? Or like, in the direction in which they'll go. Oh wait, no, it doesn't actually, because they're just programmed to go up on the Z-axis. So, cool. Alright. What next? Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, making animations for when the enemies... Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's create a variable called last health. Private float last health. And then we'll just put down here last health equal health. And then we can put in here if health is smaller than last health, then how to do this? How was the dentist? Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. They got in and out pretty quickly. Like they just like, yeah, it was kind of fun because they like stuck like Play-Doh on my tooth, and they stuck like a UV light in my mouth to like harden it, and then they like drilled it and shaped it into a shape of a tooth, and it was kind of not very fun because I could taste my mouth burning. Like I could taste my tooth. Like if you ever like go in some sort of like machine working room or like a wood shop class or something like that, you know that like burning smell where you just hear something like, or you just like you smell that burning smell of like mechanics, and like, yeah, it was just that inside of my mouth, so not very pleasant. Hello, Cindergetic. Cindergetic. Oh, you're saying you're energetic, but with synergy. Synergetic. I get it. Hello, cheers. You forgot the CH. Or maybe you're just saying ers. Synergetic. Ers to you as well. Okay, if health. I don't know if I actually want to play an animation, though. Because then I'd have to create the animation. I'm thinking I just want the ship to kind of go, ow. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to do current 0 plus equal 45. And let's just see what in the heck it looks like. It might look terrible, or it might actually look kind of adequate. Gotta wait a second. Oh, man. And I don't know if that's really like a oh, well, that looked cool. How about a mini particle? I think that would be more effective. So we can go ahead and leave that motion in there, but I think if it had a little particle on top of it, it would probably look good. So player prefabs, player die explosion. All right. Now let's take this. Let's delete like 90% of these. Yeah, I know I'm losing the prefab. I'm purposefully changing the prefab. All right, which one is this? Okay. So size grow. Let's make the size grow really fast. Let's set their energy to be even smaller, to 0.2, 0.6. Let's make them not spawn quite as big. And let's just delete the sub explosion. And now let's create a new prefab. Prefab. Player hit explosion. Explosion. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So good enough. Let's just delete that. Then let's go to our player. Let's go to our player script. And then let's go to the death particle. Public game object hit particle, And put a little bracket there. We'll just duplicate this. Control copy, Control V. Change the word death to hit. And then put our closing bracket in there. And then go to our player, hit particle. Give that a save, and let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I do want to... There we go. Bam, mini explosion. Bam, mini explosion. Oh, that was a big explosion. Okay. I want to make it smaller. So let's select all of these. Actually, I want this hit explosion. Min energy, I'm actually going to do 0.5. Oops. Now let's do point. Let's make them last long. 0.8. We'll make this last. Why not 2? And then let's make the alpha a lot less so that it's just more subtle. And let's do the same thing for all these little thingamajigs here. Let's just make them, because the colorizing didn't work. So, but I think the alpha will work. All right, let's just see if that looks better. Oh, I did get hit. Bam. That doesn't look right. That looks good, but alright. Let's make these smaller. I think that's the issue. Size grow. I have size grow set to 5. Let's set it to 2. And actually, I don't even know if I want... Actually, let's change the number of emissions to something a lot smaller. Is something wrong with the health bar? No, not necessarily. It could be improved, certainly. Yeah, it's much more subtle. Alright. Let's change the force multiplier to, let's bring it all the way down to 5. And I think this will be the last adjustment I want to make on the mini hit explosion. Actually, I wonder, I'm going to take a look at the model. It looks good enough, actually. If I just go to this one. No, wait, yep, this one. I want to bring that up just a little. And these guys, I want to bring up a little. And that's probably all I want to do. I'm not even going to check it. Alright. Actually, let me take a look at the ship model. Yeah, it's only 2 pieces. So, it's not really going to be a model that can like fall apart or anything. So, how about power-ups? I should probably put some power-ups in here. Lego Boomy, you have a line in there that just says floats equal 100. Yeah, that's your problem. Float is a variable type. You can't assign anything to float. Sweet. Made a model of a ship. Yeah, I'm going to avoid taking artwork until I use the artwork that I currently have. Sound effects though. I don't have any sound effects yet. But they got to be original though. I can't just. Well, I guess I could download from like freesounds.org, but it would be so much cooler if all the sound effects came from the audience. So if anybody, and if any of you guys are sound people and you have some sound effects that you made and you'd like to add them to this, that would be super awesome. The design or the health bar is wacko. Yeah, it's kind of put in there just to show. Actually, you know what would be cooler with the health bar? I got an idea. Let's go to the player script and let's go to Anji UI. Excuse me. I'm going to set. All right. Far into the mic. Hey, if you do that, I'll put it in the game. I don't even care. But that is an authentic explosion sound. A damage script. You mean like make the ship fall apart? Can't really do that. I mean, yeah. Okay. So, well, first of all, screen dot height minus 35. Screen dot width times 0.5 minus minus health times screen dot width times 0.5 and health times screen dot width. I think this will work. Nope. I did something wrong. Let's see what I did wrong. What are you talking about? Where you can make sound effects? You mean download sound effects? That's sweet. Made a A10. I don't know what an A10 is. I assume it's a little bit better than an A9. Let's take a look at Meepon 12's ship. That's pretty cool looking. Darn, that is pretty cool looking. That would be cool to add to the game. Trying to think of where it could be even used. I don't even know. All right. What is going on here? I gotta lower my thing so that I can just see this whole line here. Okay. Screen dot width times 0.5 minus health. Do I need to put these in parentheses? I doubt it. I doubt this will help. Alright, I'm getting two of the same errors on the same line. Oh wait, cannot convert double expression type to float. So one of these is a double and not a float. I just put an F. Probably not a boss fight, because I just don't have the time. I gotta actually wrap this up pretty soon. So I think I want to just fix this health bar, maybe implement a score system, and add some different enemy types. And then I'll call it good. You forgot to put F somewhere? Oh, yeah. I forgot to put F in a lot of places. Okay, I guess I actually didn't need Fs on those 35s, but oh well, let's see. Yeah. And now, get out of my way, error screen. Not quite. Okay, what did I do wrong? Okay, this line is right. This line. Oh. I need a max health variable. Do I already have that? Private float max health. And I need void awake. Max health equal health. Voila. And I think I need to change this to max. No, I do want that to be health. Actually, these two healths should be health over max health. And now I gotta put inside of parentheses. And now, I think it'll work. Did it work? I think it did. Etiski, you watched Warehouse? Alright, it's working. Now it's like the health bar from Aliens 1. Or in Aliens 1, was it at the... Yeah, it was at the bottom of the screen. So, it's now like the health bar when you play as the aliens in Aliens vs. Predator 1 and 2. Anyways. I do have a partnership on YouTube. I am partnered with TGN. Make it an MMO. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that in 1 hour. Read my message above. Okay. Oh. I made 3 sounds for you with Chiptune's engine. Awesome. And let's see. We'll go to show in folder. Exit that. There we go. Didn't see it. Show again. Denwood. Are you sending me something on MediaFire? 2 things on MediaFire. What are they? Sounds? Possibly? Here we go. Let's scan this real quick. Just because I don't trust you. And let's extract it. Sweet. This will add a ton to the game. Thank you so much. Alright, let's create a folder in here. Create folder. Sounds. And let's just drag and drop these 3 into sounds. And now we got 3 sounds. Cool. Wait.
You lose! Good day, sir!
That would be pretty funny, actually. I could do that. All I gotta do is link them to it. It's gonna be in web browser. I kinda like that. Do you think anybody will get mad if I actually did that? If the game just ends and sends you to that YouTube video? Like, doesn't even open it up in a new tab? That would be really funny. You lose. Good day, sir. Okay. Dan Wood is sending sounds. M4A? Why is it an M4A? Isn't that a video file type? Can Unity use M4As? I'm going to check before I download it. Just to be sure. Oh, I can just open it. Alright, Unity 3D M4A. It's not supported on a Mac? Oh, it looks like it's supported. Alright, well. Who makes music? I don't. I don't know what that sound was, but we'll use it. And where is the other one? Is this the same one? No, it's a different file size. Oh. Unity doesn't accept them. Oops. Well, sorry about that. Let's see what it was. Oh, they are both the same thing. Alright, let's play these. Alright, let's go to the... Where is it? Player main bullet. Play on awake. Alright, now... Ah! Now it's a game. No, Blacksmith, I use Mediafire all the time. It's actually where you can go to download Robot Zombies. Well, I mean, you go to etskitutorials.com, then Robot Zombies, and then it links you to Mediafire. But yeah, I use it to distribute a lot of files. Oh, doesn't use Mediafire. Oh, okay. I read your question wrong. Make multiplayer. I guess a local wouldn't be too hard. Nah. Let's focus on making some different enemy types. Well, first, let's make the enemies shoot. So we need to create an enemy bullet first. So I do not yet have an enemy bullet script. So create C# script. Enemy bullet script. I don't know why I put script at the end of all my scripts. Like move texture, I forgot to put script afterwards. I guess I like doing that just because then you know that it's a script. Where you're like, enemy bullet, is that a variable? Nope, it's a script. So, I guess it is a good thing. Alright. Let's make some variables. Public speed? Oh, no, it needs to be a float. Float speed equals 10F. Oops, still stuck in Java. Damage. Let's just have it by default do a damage of 1. Yes. That is something that I've noticed. No clue lol. I mean user with a name. Nice name. User with a name. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You need to change this up here if you change the name of your script. Oh, which just made me realize I need to bring it over here. Resize it again. And I'm going to zoom in a little just to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Transform dot position dot y minus equal no, not y, dot z speed times time dot delta time. Okay. And then Do I do void on... Do I want to do on trigger enter or on collision enter? What is the player? Is the player a trigger? Alright, we'll do on trigger enter. Does the player have a physics body attached to it? No. So we're going to need to put physics bodies on the bullets and set them to is kinematic. Why don't you use translate? I forgot about translate. I don't know. They work the same. On trigger enter. Oh yeah, that's right. Collider. If collider dot tag equals player. What in the heck did I just do there? Collider dot game object dot get components. Oopsies. What's it called? Player script. Dot health minus equal damage. Oh, and destroy self. Hello, Lego Boomy. I don't know the keyboard shortcut off the top of my head, but I believe the keyboard shortcut for doing a section of the screen is I think it's like Command Alt Shift 4. Oh, okay. Command Shift 3 is probably take full. But yeah, that's one feature of the Mac that I miss. That was a nice tool, being able to press like, it was like Command Shift Alt 4 or something like that, and it would like let you draw a square around the section of your screen, and you could capture a section of your screen and save it to your desktop. And it was like, I would use that all the time. And now what I have to do is I have to print screen, and then I have to go into Photoshop and then crop it. So, and now my leg is, ow. Ow, my leg is totally asleep. Like, I can't even feel it. Like, I tried lifting up my foot and it just went limp. Ah. Oh, wow. Why does this always happen? I sit down for too long and then I don't realize that my leg fell asleep. Ow. Oh, my entire ass is asleep, too. Somebody could have been grabbing my ass and I wouldn't have known it. Ow. Ugh. Oh, let's check out Blacksmith's A10. Find out what an A10 is. Oh, it's an airplane. I thought it was a gun. But looking sweet. Like the ambient occlusion on there. Cool. Yeah, it's very awesome. Good job. You said 2.5 hours? Can someone post a link to that spaceship model that being used. I don't know. Well, take a look at this. Well, I'll just... Oh, it's just all of Denwood's. Invalid or deleted file. Okay, well. Okay, so I think the bullets will now just damage the player, so let's now modify the enemy script to shoot bullets. Enemy scripts. Alright, fire speed and track fire speed. Alright. Alright, so we want to do track fire speed minus time dot delta time. If track fire speed is smaller than or equal to 0, then we'll do some stuff. And the first thing we will do is instantiate a bullet. Instantiate. And do I already have a variable for bullets? Yes, it's just called bullet. Bullet transform dot position transform dot rotation. I think that'll work. Okay, what should I do now? Now I need to set track fire speed equal fire speed. And I think that's it. Now the enemy should be shooting bullets. So let's set that up. Alright, let's go to game object, create empty. We'll move it over here. What the F? Come on. There we go. Can you hold down shift to zoom? Nope, that would have been nice. Alright, well, first, let's go to our prefabs and let's create a prefab called enemy bullets. Alright, now let's go to our materials and textures. Actually, no, let's go to this first. Let's just full screen it and let's find out what do we want to use as an enemy bullet. Which one of these would make a good enemy bullet? A lot of enemy ships, that's for sure. Guess I'll make this one the enemy bullet. But then I gotta modify it, don't I? Because it's a JPEG, yeah, I gotta modify it. Use the bump map. For a bullet? Actually, you know what? I will. That's a good idea. I'm going to stick it inside of here. Let's rename this. I'm just gonna make one enemy bullet type. And then I'll make this game like publicly open source so that you guys can modify it if anybody happens to be interested in that. Alright, and let's actually set it to unlit texture. There we go. And since that's what that's going to look like, one second. Phew. Let's go to the enemy bullet script. And let's do transform dot rotate. Let's see. Which script is this in? It's in the enemy bullet script. Oh. Alright. What? Alright. Do I need to put a ref? Maybe. Oh. No. Do not put ref. Um. Oh. What's going on here? Is it all the same line? Yep. Something's wrong here. Collider.gameObject.getComponentsPlayerScript.health. What am I doing wrong here? Have I watched the movie Source Code? I don't think so. Let's go to the player bullet script and see how I did that. Oh. Ah. That's what I need. And voila. Alright, let's go back to creating our enemy bullets. So, rendering, we need a mesh filter. Mesh filter. Let's give it a sphere. Mesh Renderer. Woo, that's too big. Let's make the enemy bullets like that. And physics. Rigid body is kinematic. Oh, and then we need scripts. Enemy bullet script. Okay, and now let's go to our prefabs. Drag and drop that into our enemy bullets. Let's go ahead and just delete that game object now. And now let's go to our enemy bullet. Okay. Now they should shoot every 3 seconds. Let's make them shoot every second. And let's just see if it works. Ooh. Well, it is working. Holy crap. Holy crap, is it working? No, it's not fully working. Something's wrong. Ah, that's why. Silly me. I need to go to the move texture script. Because I changed it. Remember earlier I was saying about how I wanted to make the move texture script end with script in the title. So let's add script. Now, goodbye errors. I hope. Now it's working. Wonderful. Actually, let's check to see if there's a player. It has the tag player. Alright, well. I used your Astro... Wait, you used my Astro as bullets? I guess I did. And they're not hurting me yet. So something's wrong. Prefabs. Enemy. I don't have a collider on the bullets. Add component physics. Sphere collider. Now it should work. Ow. Ow. Yay. Alright. Player hit explosion. Let's see, actually, do I want it to be that sound? Yeah. Oh, that sound. All right. Oh, score. We need score. Wait, you need to make an alpha mask texture to animate the health bar without scaling. Oh. I could do that. Actually, I've never done that before. ET Ski logo. Oh. That's my old icon. Why is that on your Dropbox? Well, I guess there's a lot of things going on in the chat that I missed. Okay, I should learn about masks on the GUI. That sounds quite helpful. But for the time being, I'm going to make a score system. So I'm going to make a variable inside of the enemy script. And I'll just public public float score. And let's have it by default just give you 1 point. All right. And let's do game object dot find with tag player dot get component. Why do you give me a slash? I guess I hit it. Okay. Player script dot score plus equal score. And now let's go to our player script and let's create a variable called score. Make it private. And on the GUI, we'll just GUI dot label new rect. We'll put the score at 30, 30, 30, 500, 500, whatever. Those second numbers don't matter. And we'll do score plus score dot toString and let's see if that works. All right, fine. I won't make it private. I'll make it public. Oh yeah, I need to make it public. Doesn't matter. Now let's see. Score 0. Let's try to just see if I kill anyone. They can shoot at me way before I can even see them. Yeah. Maybe there needs to be some difficulty balancing. No. This game gets too difficult too quickly. Have you even found a name for the game yet? Yeah, it's C# shooter. Oh, there's no need for toString? Really? Let's test it out real quick. Null reference exception. What in the heck? Oh. It's because I'm trying to access the player. Which script am I getting a null reference exception from? Enemy script. So where's my enemy script? Let's go to the enemy script. And let's put an if statement in here that says if game object dot find with tag player. Okay. We'll just put that in there just to make sure that you can indeed, or that they won't try to reference the player when the player's not there. Hey, that's the title we came up with in the last live stream. It was the best we could do. No more null reference exceptions? Yay! Problem. Okay, never mind. It's just the troll song. I've actually never messed around with trail renderers. That actually sounds like something I should really do. That'd probably fit really well inside of Prototype Recoil. I wonder how expensive trail renderers are. Like, I wonder if I could get trail renderers in the Ouya version. C# Space Journey. I kind of like that. Why didn't we come up with that last time? Were you here for the last live stream? You should have been here. You got trolled. Except I closed out of the window before I watched it, so gotcha. Well, a little. You have trolled me. You got me to click on the link, but I didn't watch the video. I saw the title and immediately knew what it was. Ha. So, in your face. Explain the score system. That's kind of a good idea. I can just add to the score and make it like every once in a while. Oh, yeah, are trail renderers in the free version of Unity? Yeah, C# Space Journey does sound good. The problem is that I've been calling it C# Shooter. Should I change it to C# Space Journey? I think that'd confuse people. I like the name, but I think it would confuse people. I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Alright, well, I think I have all of the major coding in place. I will admit, it's not the greatest game in the world, but hey, I mean, so far, I think the game, let's see, what I start this live stream. I started this live stream at 2 o'clock. It's almost 5. So we're going at 6.5 hours. So 6.5 hours on one game. Oh, explain the score system you made in C# Shooter. It just, each enemy, depending on the enemy type, it will, like, it'll give you just a certain amount of score, and you just get that score when that enemy is killed. That's really all it is. It ends there. There should be a high score. Do I want to set up a high score? Wait. Make an explanation pack. Oh, an expansion pack. called C# space journey. No, I did not contact Bergzerg. I don't know if an interview would. I think it would be cooler to do something with Bergzerg, like to do an activity, like to make a game with Bergzerg or a game making competition. I don't know if an interview would be that interesting. Like the interview would be like, "Hey, you make tutorials on Unity 3D, so do I." And I think the interview would end there. So, I think yeah. Okay, I see. Um yes. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do something. I don't know. I'm not going to do exactly what you just said, but I will do something about giving you score over time. Um public float score per sec equal 0.3f. And then let's just do score plus equal score per sec times time dot delta time, and then mathf dot round now. Let's see if it works. Yep, there we go. So like every 3 seconds you get 1 point. So you do get score for just playing. Explosion! I I need to make an enemy death explosion. To download the game, I'm going to have it hosted from etskitutorials.com. And also I'll put up a video like I did last time. I'll call it C#. Maybe I should call it C# Space Journey. I don't know. Whatever. There will be a video on Etski Tutorials. I mean youtube.com/Etski Tutorials, and there will be some links on etskitutorials.com. So it will be somewhere. I'll try to make it easy to find. I need to make a list of games that I made and where to go to download and play them. Chapter 1. What do you mean by that? No, I don't need any more art. I'm just going to use the art that's already in here because I already got a bunch of art. So, I'm going to let this live stream run for like 30 more minutes. So, in that time, I am going to make a high score system. There's no point in having a score unless there's a high score. So, that would just add a good element of fun. Score. So public float high score, and inside of awake we will do high score equal player prefs dot get float. High score. Alright, and let's just copy and paste. Oh, and we need to make it down a little. Let's just make sure it should say high score 0. Yep, high score 0. Looking good. So. Oh, whoops. I need to put right here. If score is larger than high score, player prefs dot set float high score score. Wow, that was actually way easier than I originally thought it was going to be. So let's see if it worked. I need to put up Robot Zombies Alpha 6. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's been like 2 weeks of me saying, it's been more like 3 weeks of me saying, well, Robot Zombies Alpha 6 is pretty much finished. I just need to upload it. Alright. You died. High score 10. It worked. It's a local high score, though. Oh, you know what? One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, no, Edit, Project Settings, Input, and then under Fire 1, no, this Fire 1. Joystick button 0. Mouse 0. Yeah. Oh, so did I already have it set up to... Let's pull up. What's this? Alright, Xbox controller mapping. Yeah. What in the heck? Oh. Now you can press the A button. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen my transparent controller. Right, let me get a view. Look, you can see through me through the controller. Can you see that? But yeah. Let me just hold up the Xbox controller so you guys can see that I am indeed using an Xbox controller. I'm gonna do a let's play of this game just like this. It's so retro! Okay. Alright. We're gonna crash test the crossbow game. Name. Whoa. There is some new stuff in here. Huh, I've never seen the character before. I like the character. But, um, yeah, this is looking pretty good. The only thing is that if you just add some smoothing to your enemy characters or characters from other parts of the network, so basically just like create like something that's like more like virtual to represent where you want the player to go, and then have like current position, vector 3 dot smooth damp to target position, like do something like that, and you can smooth out this like jittery effect so that even if realistically the positions are being updated only say 3 times a second, it looks like they're being updated like every frame. So that is one trick that I would recommend. But oh, I like this. This is looking good. Added some really cool stuff. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. You can like get up here, get some height on your enemies. Oops. And I just fell. It's really hard to shoot the guys. Oh, there's a wall there. Oh wait, I'm on red team, so I'm supposed to shoot the blue guys. Did it just get stuck in him? I can't tell. A more visible crosshair. Huh. Yeah. Now that you mention it, it is kind of hard to see sometimes. But ooh, I like how they actually stick to the walls. That's a pretty nice touch. Did it crash? It hasn't crashed for me. There's only one possible server for this game, right? I think right now the way the game is set up is that there's only one server. Oh, there's my mouse. Log off and quit. Yeah. Welcome to Global Server 1. But it looked like it was working good. It's looking good. One server. Okay, cool. Yeah. Looking good, Difficulty Studios. Look at Denwood's link. Why? Is it the Trollolol song? Or is it Rickroll? Trying to think of other. Or maybe it's the peanut butter jelly time. It's one of those three. Let's see. Oh no, it's actually something really cool. Oops, where'd it go? Let's make that bigger. Oh, nice. I see. Very cool. Looking good. Got some good looking arms in there. There's a lot of cool looking geometry on that gun. Yeah. Awesome. Hello, Victorfa. All right. So, enemy types. What the hell was that? Nasty. I think that was just like some solidified coffee creamer. So I know that it's not like gone bad or anything because that's just sugar, but that's just the texture. That was really gross. Ugh. Mm. That might be coconut oil, actually. Yeah, I think it's coconut oil. because I put coconut oil in my coffee sometimes. Mm. That's coconut oil. Make a smoke trail for the bullets. Well, I want this game to be able to run on most machines. I think that would slow it down quite a bit. Alright, enemy spawner. We need to make that much closer. Oops. Let's make it... I have no idea. Let's just stick it there and see if it looks good. A little further back and I think it'll be perfect. Because before they were spawning way too far away. There we go. That looks better. So they are coming out of nowhere, but further away. Ow. 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 Big explosion. Okay. So let's go to the enemy one. And what should we change? Fire speed. We should definitely change fire speed. Let's have them shoot every 5 seconds. Let's have their health. Right now they take 5 bullets. Well, since it's the first enemy, let's have it shoot 1 bullet. Actually, why am I testing that? I really don't need to test that. Let's go to our enemy spawner. Alright, right now it only allows for 1 enemy type. So let's create an array. Public game object. If I want to make an array, do I do that? No. I do not do that. Maybe I put it here. Nope. Did I make an array yet in C#? I haven't done any arrays, have I? I did do an array the other day in a different project, but I can't remember how to do an array. Oh yeah, power-ups. I forgot about power-ups. I'm gonna first put the enemies in there, and then maybe I'll throw power-ups in there. But enemy variety first. I think that's more important, because I'm tired of fighting the same enemy over and over again. But how do I make an array? How to create an array in C# from Unity answers. That's it? That's what I did. Alright, well, let's do it again. Maybe my error was coming from something else. What script? Yeah, enemy spawner script. Oh. I see. It's because I was trying to instantiate an array. Alright. Shoo. Let's create a difficulty curve. Public flute difficulty Actually, no, I want it to be private because I don't care about this being in the inspector. Private. Because I'm too lazy to write private, so I reuse the P. Okay. Yeah, we can just leave that there. All right. Var. No, what am I doing? Public float difficulty increase equal 0.05 F. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to do difficulty plus equal difficulty increase times time dot delta time. And we're going to put inside of here mathf dot clamp. The value that we want to clamp is difficulty min 0 max. We want the max to be enemy dot length. Okay, and then actually what we want to do is we want to put inside of here random dot range 0 comma difficulty. Let's just see if I'm getting errors. Cannot convert. What? Oh. Now I need actually mathf dot round. Let's see if that works. Okay, you know what? I am trying to cram way too much into one line. So let's generate a variable up here. And I know I got some errors. Private float to spawn, and we'll do to spawn equal let's make to spawn an int. Okay. So mathf dot clamp Let's get rid of this mathf.round. Should we put mathf.round out here? Well, let's just see if I don't have any more errors now. Cannot convert type float to int. Wait, you need to do unity engine.random.range. Really? Okay. I don't think that's the problem because it's telling me I have a problem with. I think that message was from a little bit ago. Well, let's see if I do mathf.round. It's still. Okay, round gives me a float. Oh, round to int. Okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't. I've never used round to int. Does that mean it will give me back an integer? I hope so. You are correct, sir. So. Alright. Now, let's just make sure my enemy spawner size 1. Ooh, actually, you know what? It needs to be length -1. Oops. Alright. No errors, so let's just see if enemies spawn. Enemies should be spawning. They certainly are. Die! Okay. Now, let's create. Let's do 5 enemy types. Let's duplicate this enemy. Let's just duplicate him freaking 5 times. So this guy will have a health of 3, and he's gonna fire once every 3 seconds. And we need to create a new material. Oh, this once was player spaceship. So let's rename this enemy ship. Enemy ship 1. And let's change this to enemy ship 1. Oops. Alright. And now let's duplicate that guy. And let's find something else to use. Yeah, that just happened on its own. That's kind of cool. Alright, this guy. Alright, now let's go to our prefabs. Enemy 2. And now when we go to enemy spawner. Let's actually set it to 2 for now. And have enemy 2 in there. And now I should play for a while. And I shouldn't see any red guys and for 20 seconds. Has it been 20 seconds? Yeah, it has. It's working. Yay, it's working. Except I think the enemies really need a death explosion particle. So I'm going to delete enemies 3 through 5. Delete, am I sure? I am so sure. Okay. Do I have a death particle? No. So let's edit that. Public game object death particle. And let's just do that. We'll reuse the player hit particle. It's okay. So what has been added? Score, high score, some particles. Yeah, that looks awesome. I'm liking that. Let's kill one of these red guys. Yep, the red guys die too. Multiple enemy types is being implemented as we speak. Let's duplicate that dude. And we're going to make enemy type 3 now. So let's find this dude. Put him in here. Oh, there's a guy already in there. Where is he? Enemy ship 3. Rename. Enemy ship 3. Duplicate. Uh-oh. That doesn't look right. And that's because it's JPEG, I think. I assume. I don't know. Well, let's just set it to particles. Multiply? It sort of works, but that's not gonna be visible. How to do this? I guess I'm just gonna have to open up this baby in Photoshop. Alright, screw it. Alright. So let's duplicate him. And this is going to be simple. I'm just going to go to select, similar, delete, Good. Control save that. Yep. And now ta-da! We'll make enemy 3 like a really small, fast moving guy. So let's go to our prefabs. And let's make enemy 3. We'll have enemy 3 have really small health, but enemy 3 is going to shoot like 2 times a second, and it's going to move really fast. Vertical speed, -8. Horizontal speed, 6. And change speed once a second. So that will be enemy type 3. So let's go ahead and just duplicate him and make an enemy type 4. Actually, you know what? Rocket spaceship, is this the one I'm looking for? Nope, that's the one I was already using. Oh well. Do I want to use this guy? Or this guy? This guy? So many options. I think I need to open up this guy in Photoshop, don't I? Oh wait, no. I want to use one of these, which I will definitely have to open up in Photoshop. I think this is the one I want to use. So, show and explore. Open with Photoshop. Let's crop it with a 1:1 ratio. Let's just try to crop it in kind of close. Good. And now, what's going on here? Why is it all locked? There we go. Guess we can exit out of that too. Alright, how should the enemy 4 behave? We will make enemy 4 be very slow. And we'll make it have not too much health. But we'll make it have like a ridiculous fire rate. But I gotta make sure it moves really slow. So horizontal speed should actually probably be like 0.5. And let's create one more enemy. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a guy that charges. And we will use Alien Ship 1 because it's already there. Okay then. Horizontal speed 0. Whoops. Vertical speed we'll do negative. Let's make it crazy. Negative 20. Fire speed. Fire speed will be once every 10 seconds. I don't have an option for not firing, do I? Collision damage will be 5. Alright, so now let's go to our enemy spawner. Set this to 5. Enemy 3. 4. 5. And oh yeah, I gotta make enemies give you different scores. Let's just have it go in order. Oh, except this guy, since he's moving so fast, if you kill him, you'll get 10. You'll get a lot of score for killing him. Actually, I want to do one more thing. Let's go to our player script. Public float increase score per sec equals 0.1 F. Score per sec plus equal increase score per sec times time dot delta time. That way, as the game progressively gets harder, you get rewarded for it being progressively harder. I just beat the high score. Why are they all red, guys? Is that coincidental, or is my engine bad? Where's the different enemy types? Did I do something wrong? Alright, let's temporarily set this to 5. We'll make the game increase in difficulty like 10 times faster. And see if the other enemies are spawning. Yep, they are spawning. Oh. They're pretty hard to see. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Let's change. transparent. Unlit transparent. Unlit transparent. There we go. It needs to be unlit transparent. There, that will show up a little better. This needs to be unlit transparent. Okay. And we're going to click on this guy, this guy, this guy. And let's go to advanced and turn off mapping. Apply. Okay. And one thing I need to do, alright, those guys are fine. Those guys are fine. I think those guys are fine. No, those guys are fine, but these guys need to be bigger. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. I'll make these guys bigger too. 2.2, 0.2. And the charge guys, I will leave the size that they are. So, let's test that out. Okay. I can see those ones pretty good. I can see that guy pretty good. He's kind of big. Oh, I can see the enemies so much better now. Okay, the bullet guys move kind of too fast. Which was kind of the point. But let's make them move just a little slower. Just a tad. We'll do 15 instead of 20. And now for enemy spawner, let's redo the difficulty increase that we had before, where it was every 20 seconds it would introduce a new enemy type. It says made in 4 hours. I'm gonna have to make a new title that says made in 7.5 hours. Oh dang, my high score is 256. I wonder if I can beat that. Yep. This definitely makes your wrist get tired. I think I'm okay with that though. I mean, this game's supposed to be retro. Oh, did I beat it? I know I died. No, I didn't beat it. Dang it. Alright, let me read the chat because I have not been looking at the chat for a while. Actually, wait, I need to change one thing before I do that. Before I forget. Main menu. Alright. This game. Alright, where is it? Here. Alright, whoops, did I just put a slash in there? No, I didn't. Okay. This game was created in 7.5 hours in a live stream. Okay. Now, what's going on, chat people? I've been neglecting you. Networking tutorial. Itsuki knows more about Unity than me. Oh yeah, stubbing my toe. Stubbing my toe knows a lot about a lot of other languages though. Like you said, C++. Oh yeah, I heard that XNA is no longer going to be supported. What? The smaller cannons lost color? Oh, I don't know. All right. Blacksmith wants to show me something. He's been wanting to show me something. Oh, all right. Dang it. I hate it when I do that. Just drag the freaking corner. Thank you. That looks pretty good. You can see on this image down here, you can see the tiling, but once you're actually on like the terrain, it looks very realistic. You can't see the tiling at all. Yeah, tiling is a tricky thing, especially when you're dealing with like big areas like that. A C-sharp shooter, learning a programming language and making a game with it. This is the title. What do you mean? Um, this game, C-sharp shooter, was the first time I ever used C-sharp. Uh, and I didn't know that it was going to be called C-sharp shooter until we started live streaming. Um, and yeah, it was basically this game was a way for me to learn C-sharp. Oh, one thing I forgot to fix. We need to go to the gameplay scene, go to the main camera, and turn back on the music. Because the game's gotta have music. Wait. Okay. I think that's a delayed message. Oh, the cannons lost color. Yeah, I think they did. That's just from I was hastily moving through it in Photoshop. Which one was yours? If it was was it this one? I don't think it was this one. I don't see any color loss in this particular one. But I'll try to bring some of that color back. And what was the other one? This one. This is probably the one you were talking about. Maybe. Oops. Is my chat out of my chat? Scroll. Yeah, I definitely need to use more comments. I've never used comments. Um, yeah, for me personally, uh, the only thing that I'm really interested in using comments for is just whenever I give my code to somebody else, and sometimes for organizing things, but for the most part, oh, and commenting outlines of code. Wait, Itiski on an wait. Any update on a networking live stream or simply just a community game jam? Um, well, there's no plans yet. It's just a matter of I got to make plans. Probably sometime next weekend. Um, I'll let you know in the weekly update. But for whoever's ships that lost color in the cannons, did I bring it back? I don't know. Aren't you releasing the code for this game? Yes, I'm going to be releasing the project files for this game. So actually, let me go to assets. Let's just go in here, properties. Okay, so it's a pretty small game, so it'll easily fit on MediaFire. So yeah, I'll get it ready. I'll put it on the website. Wherever I do post it, it'll probably be right next to wherever I post Robot Zombies open source project files. Once I do that, it's gonna be a while from now though, because it's gonna take some work making it small enough to be able to be uploaded on the internet. Because right now it's like 10 gigs, so I gotta cut that file size down a ton. Wow, 15 languages in 8 years. Wait, do you have codes on your website? Not yet. I mean, there's some code on there. I don't know. There's a forum on etskitutorials.com. There's code there, but for this, I have not yet posted the project files for this game. I'll let you guys know when I do that. I'll do it. It shouldn't take me very long. It'll be really quick. So I will do that. Oh, um, what ship was yours? The first one I opened? Wait, the first ship you opened? Okay. Well, I think I fixed it. Like if we go to ship 3. Actually, let's change it to unlit transparent cutout. That looks a little better, right? Oh, I see what you are saying. You know what I bet it is? Um, let's go to image, canvas size, relative. Let's do that. And then let's crop it with a 1-to-1 ratio. Check. Save. Unity. That was the problem. It was the resizing that made the colors kind of disappear. So actually, I should probably just go to unlit transparent. No, that's just fuzzy. Yeah, I like that better. Didn't I? I turned off MIP mapping. Enemy ship 3. There we go. Check that out. Now it looks really good. Let's do that. Let's do that setting on all of them. Oh, no, I can't do it on all of them. Oh well. Too larger. Apply. Cool. Now, most of them look the same. But these two look better. Alright. Well, I think that pretty much concludes everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah. I think I'm just going to leave the game the way it is. I like it. Let's give it one more run. See if I can beat my score. Pressing A on the controller is kind of a pain. I just thought of something that I need to change. In the main menu where it says press spacebar, dang it, press spacebar to play, I should change it to spacebar or A on Xbox controller, so that people know that they can use an Xbox controller for this game. Ah. Nikes. Come on, I just want to beat my score. Just beat the score. Oh, did he beat it? That's the problem with this game, is you gotta get back. I didn't beat it. Come on. I guess this song really does loop. Well, I guess it doesn't loop too much. I'm doing good. I haven't gotten hit yet. Okay. Oh. I beat the score. And there's no way. What was my score? Alright, 397. Let's see how many of you can beat that. Press shoot to start, spacebar, or A. On Xbox 360 controller. Okay. We're gonna need to move that over. And we're gonna need to actually, you know what? I'm going to make that on a separate line. Control X. Let's just take this, duplicate it. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. What a beautiful main menu. I'll just actually write Xbox since I have the room now. All right. Dang, that's a lot of years working on networking. Yes. Well, wait, actually, let me double check. It's not necessarily about the resolution, it's about the ratio. And it is not good enough. So, simple fix. Ta-da! Now, let's see if there's any ratios. No, I think it will be good for any resolution. Yep, 5x4 is the weirdest resolution in here, and it works for that, so thank you. Now it works for any resolution. Oh, wait, the weird sound effects I make when I'm live streaming. Dang. I want to end the live stream, but I don't because there's a lot of good conversations going on right now. Don't turn yourself into PewDiePie. Yeah. I don't think that'll ever happen. I didn't say I was leaving yet. I am going to leave soon, though, because I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. But I don't think I'll ever turn into PewDiePie no matter how many sound effects I make. Because, first of all, PewDiePie doesn't do anything. Whereas I sort of do a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed that I do things other than just making sound effects, like making games. Not to make myself feel better than PewDiePie or anything. Is that something that I told somebody before? It is currently 5:40. Yeah, it's 5:40 p.m. and I haven't eaten yet today. Oh, dang. And your mom wanted you to go to bed at 8. Oh, in the Show Your Work live stream, that's what I said. Yeah, that sounds like me. All right, well, I'm actually super hungry, so I am going to go get some food. So, thank you for your help today, everyone who helped me. You eat dog food? Cool. Dog food, I wonder if dog food's good for you. You know, whenever I go into like a pet store and you walk past like the bone aisle and there's all these like really meaty bones, it always makes me think of beef jerky, and I actually have like a desire to start eating one of those bones. Does that happen to anybody else, or is that just me? I've actually wanted to like get a dog bone and start chewing on it and see if there's a reason why dogs do that. Like, what if it was absolutely delicious and just us humans just didn't know about that? Yeah, they probably do have like beef flavor, or I know, don't they? They look like beef jerky except on the bone. They look kind of disgusting, but stream. All right. On today's live stream, Itiski eats a bone, a dog bone. That would be pretty funny. Just this is related to video games. And if I don't like it, I'll just give it to my dog because he doesn't care about sharing germs. I'll get 1,000,000 viewers. That would be really funny. Yeah, how would that video go? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to ET's Good Tutorials. I'm really desperate for views, so I'm eating a dog bone today. Well, maybe I'll do something like, I'll make a video that says if I get this number of likes on this video, I'll eat a dog bone on a live stream. Oh, okay. While developing a game for dog tricks, try Linux. Yeah, I would totally eat a dog bone if I was in a survival situation. Alright, see you later, the bench work guy. Hopefully you're not too tired in school tomorrow. Then again, who cares? You don't need school. Who needs school? I never learned anything in school, and look where I am today. That might not be the best example. Chicken bones. Was there a joke there that I'm not getting? Chicken bones. Chicken. Oh. Yeah, I should have like a list of quotes. What was the other quote? I don't have time to be mainstream. Yeah, high school I hated so much. I'm so glad I'm not in it anymore. But it might have been, well, it depends on what country you're in. I have a pretty strong belief that the education system in the United States needs to be rewritten and that it's really bad in a lot of respects. And it definitely wasn't good for me. Uh, and like I said, the only thing I ever got for making a video game in high school was a detention. So, yes. I was about to choose video game design, but they had no slots left. They have a video game design class in your school? That's awesome. Eating the bone would be easier than growing a pair of boobs, and they'll both get me viewers. Very true. Dude, that's awesome that you have a video game design class in your school. Uh, that sucks for me. I never had that opportunity. Oh, Game Maker. Oh, Game Maker's good. I mean, it's not bad. It's just you're kind of forced to make 2D games. I mean, you're not forced to make 2D games, but if you're going to make a 3D game, just go with Unity 3D. Well, actually, I don't know that firsthand because I haven't used Game Maker in like 4 or 5 years, so that might have changed. But I assume that Unity makes a better 3D engine. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Unity is better at being a 3D engine than Game Maker is. What? You can only have a maximum of 5 rooms with Game Maker free? Ah, that's stupid. Well, another thing that I said before about Game Maker is that you might as well cough up the $40 or whatever that it costs, because um, the pro version of Game Maker is so much better than the free version. This was made in Game Maker? This is pretty cool. Wow. This reminds me a lot of one of the games that we saw in the Show Your Work live stream. I can't remember who made it though. This is really cool. Okay. I take it back. I guess Game Maker is a pretty good 3D engine. This is really cool. Wait, this is yours? You made this? Seriously? Oh, oh, I see. So your game was the parkour game on the Show Your Work live stream. Okay. That explains it, I guess. Get Game Maker 8. I haven't used Game Maker since Game Maker 6. I think Game Maker 6 came out while I was using Game Maker. Like, I remember switching from Game Maker 5 to 6. Or maybe not. No, actually it was Game Maker 6 the whole time. I never upgraded Game Maker. I don't think. I don't know. MMF2. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I see. But yeah, that's pretty cool that was made in Game Maker. I don't know. I'm sure you could create the exact same thing in Unity 3D. Well, obviously, you can create anything in Unity 3D. That was kind of a pointless statement, actually. When is the next Show Your Work live stream? It's Saturday. Yes, 2 days from now. Actually, the Boss TMR, it's only this Saturday. The Show Your Work is every other week. It alternates between Show Your Work and Game Dev Q&A. A team of 3. Maybe one day when the situation makes sense, but at the time being, I'm going to continue to work alone. Probably until after Prototype Recoil. And then after Prototype Recoil, I'll start teaming up with people. Which, for Prototype Recoil, I actually told myself that I was going to make a team, but I decided against it. Well, Mad Johnny, I think for the way that your game works, you should probably figure out how to make it with no code at all, and then, I mean, no animations at all. Make it all code, no animations, and then once you get the system working well, add animations in there, but make them only aesthetic and not affect the gameplay at all. I think that would be your best chances. And Mechanim would be very good for that. Thank you. I wear this hat because it's very cold. You can also see I have a very big, baggy sweater that I wear in my basement because it's so dang cold down here. Wait, which game dev is gonna be on next? Um, well, the live stream schedule is this Saturday, show your work. Next Saturday, game dev Q&A, and I'll probably also put something up like Friday or something. I don't know yet, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably do it. I'll announce something in the weekly update if I do a mini game jam or another one of these Dev Learns live things. Probably a mini game jam would be fun because we haven't done one of those yet. I mean, sort of. This has sort of been, but I think it would be fun to. I don't know. Well, I don't know. With like a mini game jam thing, it would be good to make it like an all day thing, and I'm trying to think of like what the best way to run that would be. I was also thinking about the idea of making a game for charity and just putting up a charity link in the Twitch feed or whatever. Not Twitch feed, but the Twitch description area. Just put up a link somewhere to donate to charity to show that we're making a game to raise money for charity. Maybe do like that like Water for Africa thing. Um, oh, Mad Johnny, create a physics material with no friction on it and apply that to your capsule. Because you said, because you're using a rigid body, right? Or are you using a character controller? All right, rigid body. Yes, make a physics material. You just go to whatever. Just go to your project window, create physic material, and it's just like a material except it only affects physics. So you can like adjust things like bounciness and friction there. So just lower the friction all the way, and that should help you out. You're still here, the workbench guy. Well, what's click team? I'll click on it just to see. I have no idea. I was whatever click team is, it was just kind of thrown into the chat without any explanation, as far as I know. Show again, my live stream freezed. Show what? Click team? Oh, the physics material. You just go to your project window, create physic material, like that. So it's very simple. Here, I'll go. Add screen region. Yeah, let's just do that. All right, so go to create physic material, rename it whatever you want. Just set friction to 0, 0, friction combine, minimum, and then let's say, then you just drag and drop it on top of your character. So if I wanted to put it on top of the alien ship, I would put it on there. And actually, at first, I would need to add a rigid body, I believe. Actually, is it on the mesh render? No. Oh, no. It's on the collider. Physics, say box collider. There we go. This is where you would stick your physic material on your collider. So that is how you would do that. But I should remove those. Run it, make sure I'm not getting any errors or anything. Yeah, we're good. Okay. How do you make it so the fast moving rigid bodies don't go through colliders? Increase the fixed time step by going to, I guess I'll turn this back on. You go to go to edit, project settings, time, and then right up here, the fixed time step, you would make a smaller number. But you got to be careful with that because any sort of like add force function that you have on your rigid bodies is going to be changed. So you'll have to change the value, like the force value. All right. On this design, all right, we'll take a quick look at it. I like the background. Are we at home? The game? Okay, I guess those buttons don't work yet. But yeah, I'd say this is a nice looking website. I really like the background, how it's like centered like that and how it's a screenshot. I think that's cool. I think you might run into problems once you make like that kind of a resolution. So you might want to change your background to like a navy blue or black so that it's just less noticeable. But yeah, I like it. Oh, awesome, Mad Johnny. I am glad I could help. Show the score code. It's really simple. Yeah. All right. So that line of code displays the score, and the score is just a variable inside of the player script. And then every time an enemy dies, it adds a set amount to the score. And then when the player dies, it does this little thing. If score is larger than highest score, player prefs dot set float high score comma score. And then in the beginning of the game, instead of function awake, we do high score equals player prefs dot get float high score, just so that we're not calling this player prefs function every single frame. So it just calls it once in the beginning, saves it in a variable, and that's how the score system works. It's really, really simple. All right. I gotta leave too. I gotta go eat food. So this has been a 4-hour long live stream. Again, really, really long live stream. It's still happening, but it's 1/10 times. Oh, 1/10 the amount. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you can do. I think that might just be a matter of velocity, and your velocity, like, because your velocity is moving in this direction. So when it like collides with a wall, it's going to like cut the direction, or it's going to like cut away the horizontal part of the velocity, and then you're only left with the vertical. And then so it's like cutting away part. So maybe that's why it's still slowing down. So maybe you'd want to do something like velocity dot magnitude, and then just make sure that as you collide with a wall, you keep your velocity magnitude, because velocity is just a vector 3 variable. Magnitude is like, let's say magnitude is how big your vector 3 is. Like, it would be like the same as saying vector 3 dot distance between vector 3 dot 0 and some random position, or whatever your vector 3 is. So that will give you the magnitude. So it's measuring between the 0, 0, 0 point and whatever your vector 3 is. All right, see you later, the workbench guy. And yeah, that's my brief description of what magnitude is. It's how big your vector 3 is. So yeah. All right, well, I gotta go eat some food because I am freaking starving, and I will be uploading this live stream to YouTube sometime in the next few days. And I'll be updating you guys as to where you can go to download this game, and I'll let you know when it is available to download, along with the project files, so that you guys can modify this game and just look around at it in general. Anyways, so okay. Sweet, awesome, blacksmith. See ya later, everyone. All right. So yeah, once again, thank you everybody for your help in helping me figure out all of these glitches with C#. Thank you for the sound effects. And yes, everybody have a nice day or night, depending on what part of the world you're in. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I gotta let you guys know. Probably not. The next live stream is gonna be in 2 days. Saturday at 2 p.m. the Show Your Work live stream. So if you guys want to show off your game in the Show Your Work live stream, go to etskitutorials.com, go to the forums, and then look for the forums section that says Show Your Work live stream, and post your game there. And there's instructions on the website. So yes, keep making games. All right, well, I guess that's pretty much all I gotta let you guys know. So all right, see you guys later. Keep making games.